Dude.
Welcome back to another episode of InDeep with Indy. I'm your host, Indy, aka Indy the Goddess. That means if you don't know me, just say what's up, Goddess, and I'll speak. I have a guest with me today. There are men who survive. There are men who transform. And then there are men who return to the very streets that shaped them, not to relieve the trauma, but to redirect the future. Some men are shaped by their environment. Some men are trapped by it. And some men outgrew it without ever abandoning their responsibilities. Today's conversation is not about image. It's not about clout. It's not about fame. It is about growth. It is about accountability. It is about what's happening when a young boy survives chaos long enough to become a man with vision. Born in Oakland, raised by instability. Refined by loss, tested by incarceration, rebuilt by purpose, an engineer who hears beyond fame, an artist who turned probation into progression, a big brother who became a father figure before he was fully a man himself, from jail cells to studio sessions, from probation to purpose, from survival to leadership. This is not an interview. This is a conversation. Today, we go in deep with Jadon Devon. Am I saying your name right?
Jadon Devon.
Jadon Devon.
I love that intro.
Oh, thank you.
I'm very happy to be here. I love what you got going on here, and I'm just excited for a great discussion today.
Thank you. I'm excited too. I feel like I'm gonna get to know you beyond the studio.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
There's a lot of layers.
It is. I know. You like an onion. I said that already.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like our conversation is going to be great. Actually, today we're going to have a real conversation versus me just interviewing. It's going to feel more so like, me bringing.
Okay.
Or you bringing me into your world.
Okay, kind of.
And
like,
a dialogue.
Like therapeutic in a sense.
Yeah. I'm going to be your therapist today.
Okay.
I guess.
I need it.
Oh,
So,
I can get... I can become a therapist, seriously. Yeah. I've done it one episode accidentally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I felt like I was going to charge, extra $150 an hour for that episode. I was like, I need to charge you, you know?
Because you taking that stuff home with you, too. So
I'm empathetic, but I'm healing as well. I've learned to take it on and give it back to you healing-wise.
Yeah, for sure.
I ain't bringing it up out of here.
Yeah.
So you grew up bouncing around Oakland, in and out of trouble early, 15 arrest. 15.
Yeah, 15 to be exact.
Probation until 29. A lot of people never break that cycle. So I want to talk about survival versus accountability. When did you realize you could not blame the environment anymore and had to choose differently?
I mean, really when I started figuring out like it's not all of us together. It's just me. Like, so like we doing this together, but I'm the only one going to jail. So it just stopped making sense. Like after spending so much money, spending so much time away from family, it just stopped making sense after a while. Like all the pain that come with it, it's just no. It just stopped making sense after a while. So I had to look within me and just look around and see what was going on. And once I started just analyzing my whole situation, just noticing where I'm at, at this current moment, and seeing where I feel like I'm supposed to be. I took that moment to say, okay, what's not serving me anymore? What do I have in my life that's keeping me from elevating to that next level? The friends, the type of music, just all the negative influence, the type of women. Once I got to that point of just saying enough is enough, and then my son was on the way. I found out I had a son on the way. I was 22 years old, and something in that moment right there of just having a son on the way just changed me, and I was just like, nah, enough is enough.
Yeah.
We're gonna choose another route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I understand that you said that you started figuring out where you were supposed to be, right? At that age, what did you feel like you were supposed to be, and has that changed?
At that age, I knew I was supposed to be something. Like, I just knew every time I go around a crowd of people, I don't fit in. Like, I knew that I had a bigger purpose. I knew that for some reason he can go commit this same exact crime that I just committed, and when I commit the crime, I'm getting caught. He's getting away with it. My destiny is different. God has always been with me. I ran away from him, but he always protected me and through every situation. So
he found a way. You found a way back, and God found a way to you. And I get it. So when it came to that, a lot of people tend to look at situations like, darn, hold on, how am I doing this and you doing this and I'm getting caught, like, the devil on my back. People don't even understand, like, a lot of times when you look at situations, you're getting caught because that's not what you're supposed to be doing. That's not your purpose. You're out of alignment. And a lot of times when you run out of the proximity of God, then if you're no longer in that proximity, then you're not gonna be protected like how you're supposed to be.
Yeah. And
doing certain stuff, you're not protected anymore. You get so many warnings. After them warnings, it's like, oh, okay, you want to be far away from me?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you be far away. I'm gonna let you feel this. I'm gonna let you go through this. And I feel like a lot of times there comes a lot of things that people may do. Like they're trying to get the attention of the people versus, the blessings of God. So that all comes with discipline.
Yeah.
So let's talk about attention versus discipline. How did you, your situation, where did you figure out, like, darn, I'm really just wanting attention? And maybe you didn't get the attention when you were a child. And of course not, because you had that instability, right, in your life. So that attention wasn't there. So you're finding different ways of doing it, especially being an older brother. Like, you have all this, like, attention goes away really quick when a mom has a child. That's gone. Like, it's not purposely, but a lot of times we don't understand it. So now you having to figure out those things, and then you have to become disciplined after you, like, oh, this ain't what it is.
Yeah. So just so I answer the question correctly, can you ask it one more time?
Attention versus discipline.
Okay.
When did you figure out that you weren't being disciplined when you were seeking for attention? Or do you feel like you were even seeking attention? Like, what was it?
Well, honestly, living inside the moment, I didn't realize it at all. Like, I didn't realize what it was until I got older. Like, as a grown man, I started looking back at, the decisions I was making. And I from what I believe, the reason for seeking that attention was just the lack of having my dad in my life. Through other people's stories and through research, I didn't realize it was affecting me in the moment. So as I got old and I look back, that's what I would say it really all stemmed from. I didn't really have an example. So the way I would figure out how to do things is I would just go out there in the streets and just figure out what was going on and what was going on in my environment, and what I seen is all I knew.
So the streets raised you.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
And that's crazy because your story, like, you had to take on responsibility early.
Yeah.
Raising your siblings. And then not only that, but you were trying to raise yourself too. You still was learning. So then you got the streets raising you. You're trying to raise yourself, so you ain't got no direction whatsoever. And then you're trying to raise siblings and trying to give them direction when you don't even have none.
Yeah.
How was that? Like, that's deep.
It was, I mean, inside of the moment, it was just normal to me, honestly. Like, I just felt like, shit, this is just how everybody's life is. But, like, as I'm older and I look back at it, I'm like, oh, that's not normal.
Oh yeah, it wasn't. That definitely wasn't normal.
Yeah, I felt it was just regular at the time. Like, honestly, it was just regular.
Do you feel like you missed your childhood, like by having to be responsible so early?
In a way, I could say. I mean, I definitely had fun, and I definitely did some did some childish stuff, But yeah, I grew up. I had to grow up faster than I was supposed to, for sure. My mom, she was there. She was there, but she had her drug addiction. She had things she battled with. Rest in peace to her. She passed away when I was about 23 due to drug addiction. So, growing up, just dealing with that, and just knowing that, things can end at any moment, and I gotta be ready. Mama need me. So, and then my little brother need me, and then she having more babies, they need me. So, yeah, I mean, at the time it was regular, but looking back, yeah, I had to grow up fast.
Yeah,
I had to grow up fast.
You did, especially with your mom. She was present physically, but she wasn't present mentally.
Yeah.
It may have been times where she possibly was, but I get it because I've had that experience with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
But I was lucky enough to have my grandparents to raise me. Now my mom is still alive. She got off of drugs, but then she went to another drug, which was alcohol. Alcohol almost killed her.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it, like seeing that and being there, like, darn, hold on. And honestly, I started realizing it wasn't normal at a early age because I was going around one of my friends' house and stuff, and they had their parents, and it was like they had their mom, like their mom was treating me as if I was their daughter, and I was like, But people knew things, so me being picked on because of what my mom was doing and going through, it was like, and that's crazy.
Yeah,
so I get it, and having to grow up so quickly. Growing up without even noticing that you're growing up, right?
Yeah. Like I was saying, in the moment, I was just doing what I had to do.
Going with the flow.
Yeah, I was going with the flow, just doing what I had to do. But looking back, that's definitely not normal. And a lot of decisions I make today stem from that. And I had to look in the mirror to actually, with everybody, dealing with multiple different people, they'll be saying different things to me, and I would always act like I don't hear it. And once I looked in the mirror, I really took a real deep look at myself, and that's when I started realizing, the reason I do this is because of that. The reason I do this is because of that. The reason I'm not that great in relationships, and I move around in relationships because I move around so much as a child. Like, all this stuff stemmed from something. So,
So you did a lot of your own healing.
Yeah.
Because,
just looking in the mirror.
Yeah, looking in the mirror, like, I call something my divine mirror, but it's like a way of, I call my awareness of self my divine mirror, basically. So it's a way for me to look deeper, do that shadow work.
Yeah.
And then just being aware of stuff and taking accountability for it. But then, that awareness make you better. So it's like, what did I do today? Like, my journal prompts at the end of the day, like, that I give to myself is, what did I do? What could I have done better? How did I react to certain things?
Yeah.
Like, what emotions came out that shouldn't have came out in a very I'm gonna say negative way, because I don't feel like emotions are negative.
You can't lie to yourself.
Oh yeah, you can't.
I lied to myself for too long.
Yeah, you can't do that. Like, it's like you lie to yourself and you're never gonna get better ever.
And when I started telling myself the truth, that's when everything started getting better.
It's that growth.
Yeah.
So, you stated, not on my podcast, but through the information, that you are a straightforward person and not the easiest person to deal with. So I definitely respect the honesty. I do. But what growth changes tone? Like, what has maturity softened you? Like, what part of the maturity has softened you? I know that was crazy, but
what part of the maturity?
Yeah.
When it comes to...
So growth changes your tone.
Mm-hmm.
And then there is maturity with the growth, right? So what part of the maturity changed you and softened you to be an easier person to deal with? Because obviously, you're a little bit easier to deal with. Sorry, I know my question was...
I would say just giving people the benefit of the doubt, At first, I used to jump to conclusions. I used to not sit and analyze the situation. I would just, react off impulse, which is, something that a lot of us tend to do, especially us as black men. We just too emotional, acting off impulse. So I think, through my maturity, I learned emotional intelligence. So emotional intelligence, it allows me not to get upset to where even if I'm in a room with somebody and we having some conflict, I can figure out a way to smooth the situation out so we can go forward. And that's mainly, I would say that's probably the biggest thing that I've learned through maturity is emotional intelligence, because being emotional is what makes you fight and shoot and react all those certain ways that land you in jail in the first place. So that's the main thing I knew I had to fix.
I like that you brought up emotional intelligence, because a lot of times men don't feel like that they're emotional. They just feel like women are emotional. Mm-hmm. But men are emotional, and they have that toxic emotional release to the point to where, they feel like, oh, I'm not, like, I don't cry. Like, that's emotional. Yeah. But you are angry. Mm-hmm. You fight. You shoot. You kill. You put your hands on somebody. You call them out their name. You become disrespectful. That's emotional. Yeah. Like, and it's a negative release at that. So it's like, I love that you brought up emotional intelligence, because a lot of men and women, I feel like women too, but a lot of men need to learn emotional intelligence. Mm-hmm. They need to know how they are feeling. They need to be able to identify that, and then also how to respond versus react. Yeah. With those, and they need to know, like, how to figure out, is your emotion even valid? Like, is this valid? Like,
because in that moment, and when you're reacting off of impulse, and then you go, you fast forward 20, 30 minutes, and then you look back, it's like, man, it wasn't even that serious. So that's what helped me, like, get a little bit better. So before I respond, I process it for a little bit. I sit with it now, because I even know, like, if I respond too quick, no, it's gonna be a bad response. So I'm gonna give it a little bit of time.
Yeah, because it's that processing, a lot of people, like, that comes with the, I guess, attachment styles. Mm-hmm. Like, I have a more, what do you call it? Oh my God. It's two different type of attachment styles. So it's avoidance, and then there is anxious. Mm-hmm. So I'm more anxious. Mm. You're more avoidant. And let me tell you why. Because you possibly sit on stuff and you have to process, and you may need some time, like 24, 48, 72 hours before you are able to speak to a person that probably made you feel some type of way. Yeah. And that's more avoidant. Anxious is more of, okay, this is it. Like, I done processed this for 2 hours. I done processed this for 30 minutes. Let's talk. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm anxious. So it's a difference.
Which approach do you think is the proper approach?
I feel like both are, if it's something healthy, it depends on the person. I feel like if you're in a relationship, for instance, and you have someone who has an anxious attachment style and you're more avoidant, if you all talk about that attachment style and be able to come to a place where, 24 hours is enough. Mm-hmm. Like, I'll give you 24 hours, but you're not going to sit here and not talk to me for 72 hours. That's crazy. Yeah. You're not going to not talk to me for 48 hours. That's crazy. Like, finding that middle part that works for both of you all is perfect. And then you can also say, you trying to basically strike an iron while it's hot because you're so anxious to talk, when I feel like you need the process. So let's when we have a disagreement, let's process for 24 hours and then we can come back and sit down and talk. That doesn't mean that we don't have to have a conversation. That doesn't mean we're not going to, like, especially if you're in the same household, that doesn't mean I'm not going to come and say hi to you or, see how you doing. I'm not going to give you your meal, we not going to sleep. It's just more so like, we got to process this.
Got you.
If y'all not together in the same household, then that's another story. It's like, okay, 24 hours. I don't think we should talk for 24 hours because we just had this heated conversation. I don't want it to go any further. I don't want it to get worse. So it's all about that. Like, I feel like both of them are healthy, but it's more about how you handle both and being aware. And also with your partner, being more aware of that too. Respect.
Got you. And I wanted to ask you a question if it don't throw you off. You had said a lot of women lack emotional intelligence as well. So I just want to get a woman's perspective on, emotional intelligence from a woman because I don't think I've ever, in my opinion, I don't think I've ever ran into a woman that can control her emotions for real. But I think it's in the woman's DNA, in a sense.
I'm not going to say that. So like I said, women do lack emotional intelligence because women are emotional creatures, but it can be controlled. And I can say it can be controlled because I've been that person that had emotional outbursts, but I have learned how to control them. That comes with self-awareness. That comes with healing your childhood wounds. That comes with healing any type of wounds. That comes with accountability. A lot of women ain't accountable. A lot of men ain't accountable. But let's just be honest. A woman's going to be like, baby, I am right, you're wrong. That it is what it is. Like, this is how it's going to be. So it's really about understanding you, understanding your actions, and understanding that, darn, you are emotional. And maybe you are reacting instead of responding. Maybe you are listening to respond versus... or listening to react versus listening to understand. Maybe there is something that you have done and this caused this. So where do you play your role at? Like, a lot of women are still stuck in victim mindset. A lot of women who don't have emotional intelligence and just super, super, super emotional are women that's in their wounded femininity versus divine femininity. And that's a whole different subject. I think, when I first started doing podcasts, I used to talk about femininity and the difference between being in a wounded femininity and a divine femininity. And there's two differences because, wounded, you are very toxic and you don't even know it. Just like a toxic masculinity, there is the wounded femininity where you're not healed and everything that you hear, do, speak, touch, feel is unhealed. So there could be someone telling you the truth about yourself and trying to point out something about you and you don't know how to take it, so you just pass out versus being like, okay, I don't like the way that made me feel, but I feel it. I get it. And that part. Or just understanding men. There is a book that someone gave me, this someone, to read. And it was about the man. It's How to Understand a Man or something. I forgot the darn book title. But they say once I read that book and he read that book, then we started realizing oh, there's a dog in you and it's barking. Being able to tell you hey, that dog is on the loose. Yo, you got to do something better. You got to be better. Then it made me understand men better. And then that book will make you understand you as a man better. And then they kind of help with the emotional issues as well. So I was in a wounded femininity stage where I was very emotional. I couldn't control my emotions. When I got pissed off, you was going to know I'm pissed off. Now when something don't feel right, I more so just be quiet And then I just be like, okay, thank you for, telling me that. Thank you for, expressing that. I understand, or I really don't understand. I got to process this, but I'll talk to you later. Like, that's me. And that's in any situation. That could be a relationship. That could be a friendship. That can be a family ship. That can be my children. Like, let me process this. Like,
so when you were in that wounded state, as a man, what would the best approach? Like, how does a man deal with you in that state?
Well, the problem is you are what you entertain, right? I have a light, so I attract a lot. I attract a lot of I attract a lot of people. I attract a lot. I don't know why my voice is doing this, so excuse me. Okay. So I attract a lot. So with that being stated, it's about who and what I entertain, right? So all of these things, I was entertaining men that was wounded too.
Yeah. I
So
mean, that's
they
what
didn't
you're
know
gonna
how to
attract.
deal.
That's what you're gonna attract.
They didn't know how to deal. You know what? I attracted some great men that possibly could have helped heal me.
Yeah.
And I pushed them straight away.
Yeah, you're not gonna want them.
Yeah. No. I want that thug right there.
Yeah.
That one. Not you. I want you. So it was that. So you couldn't deal with it. So as a healthy, healed man, you're going to realize like, oh, dang, babe, you got some trauma. Like, let me help you. And you're going to realize that you're going to point that out and be like, I get it. You're not healed. Like, I love you, so I want to go through this journey with you. I may not be able to do it all together, but if you allow me to, I'm going to help you. So I'm going to tell you like, hey, you doing that again. Where's that coming from? So
do you feel like two hurt people, they can't do nothing for each other?
I feel like that depending on where they are, like if you know you're hurt, if you're aware, and I feel like y'all can heal together. But I'm not talking about trauma bonding. I'm actually talking about like healing together. Like, darn, I'm hurt and you're hurt. Yeah, and I get it.
I think it's a real thin line between a trauma bond and being in love.
It is.
It's kind of hard to identify which one it is.
It is, but if you think back when y'all first got together, how did y'all bond? What conversations was y'all having? Was these conversations like, and then even to this point, like now where y'all at? Are y'all still in those same exact conversations? Are y'all moving forward? Have y'all grown yet?
Yeah.
Are y'all in the same space? But on a whole different level. So it looks like y'all have grown, but y'all really doing the same thing just on a different level, and it looks good, but it really ain't good. You know, that part. And that's how you can figure it out. Because, of course, when you first meet someone, y'all going to have a conversation. Y'all going to get to know each other. You're going to tell what happened and da-da-da-da. And you're going to understand, like, darn, you hurt and I'm hurt too. Like, oh, shit, we hurt. But I can relate to that. Like, So yes, you are hurt. What you gonna do about that?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm hurt, but what am I gonna do about it? Are we gonna keep on having these same conversations, or are we gonna grow from that? Why are we still talking about the past right now? Why are we still talking about what this person did to us?
Yeah.
Like, where are we at now? It's years in. Why are we still doing this? Why aren't we having conversations on building businesses, empires, building ourselves? Why aren't we having conversations on self-love? Why aren't, like, if you have a child with someone and that person hurts you, why are y'all not able to co-parent still?
Yeah.
Where are we at now? Like, why are you telling me that this person y'all can't even have a conversation about y'all child without arguing?
Yeah.
And if that is the case and you're still doing that, why am I still feeding into it? Now that's a trauma bond. Yeah. Because I'm like happy off of this, like, yes. So it's different. Like, that's what it is, from my opinion.
Gotcha.
Okay? In my opinion. So it is a thin line, but love is action. Love is a choice. Every day, y'all not gonna like each other. They're like, y'all may love each other every day and y'all may like each other on most days, but there's gonna be a day.
Yeah.
Or a week. or sometimes even a month where I can't stand your ass.
Yeah.
You are doing some stuff to me that I really don't like, but I choose to love you. I choose to love you through this, and I choose to figure out ways to help us move forward. I choose to have conversations, the hard, transparent conversations, because I love you so much that I want to have these conversations and I want to grow past this. So what can we do? We can't grow without having the hard conversation. We can't grow without being honest about our feelings, being honest about any of that.
Yeah.
So trauma is more so like, it's just trauma. Like, you're gonna know, like, darn, this is not fulfilling for me. This is draining. I'm still held back.
Yeah.
Why are we continuously, like, every time we find something negative to talk about? Like, every time we find that someone did this and someone did that, so we still in a victim mindset. Like, every time you tell me something as my man and you telling me about, like, oh yeah, she did this and he did that, and I'm like, oh well, they shouldn't have. Like, we can go roll up, and it's like, yeah, and I get it, because you know that done happened to me too. Let me tell you this, like, this week what they did, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
I love you and I'm a ride for you, but I'm gonna also be like, no, like, I get it, but you're not gonna go there. You feel me? I get it, but you know, we done moved past that. I get it. This person being like, but what, like, did you look at it from this? Oh, okay, well, I get that part, or I may not get it, but you know, move past it. We good.
Yeah.
That type of thing. So,
okay.
Hopefully that answered your question.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you know,
I love the different perspective.
Okay. Yeah. You know, you had a different perspective.
No. I agree with most of the things she said for sure.
Okay. Most. That word gets me every time.
Yeah, I mean,
there's some stuff that may have not. Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
I'll take that. Do you want to elaborate?
No.
Okay.
I don't throw you off too much.
You know, I'm not. Okay. So you run your studio almost like a safe haven. Do you see yourself in the young men that walk through your door? I know you get all types of men, but do you see yourself in the younger men?
Yeah. I see myself in all of them. Like when a lot of people see these kids, you know, face tatted up, guns, dreads. You know, they see them as thugs. I just see them as, you know, young men, you know, crying for help, needing attention. I see through all of that. You know, when we get in those sessions and we get to peel back those layers and we have those talks, you know, I see the real side of them. And it's usually just, you know, young men seeking attention. So the music, it gives them an outlet, a way to actually you know, write their journal their thoughts, you know, because keeping those thoughts in can become dangerous. So I notice a difference in the growth, you know, because I've been working with a lot of these kids since they was like 15 years old, a lot of them 21, 22 now. Okay. So yeah, I watched a lot of them actually grow up and become, you know, decent young men. So
I love that.
Yeah, I definitely see it as like a safe haven for them, you know, kind of like a boys and girls club, because even
boys and girls club.
Yeah.
Listen,
yeah, because a lot of them, that's where they congregate. They don't see each other outside of the studio. That's where they come. They come over here, hang out, and you know, get on the mic, talk their shit a little bit, and you know, they don't see each other till the next time they do that again.
You still have that big brother in you. It's gonna always be there.
Yeah.
So you're nurturing a lot of them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my voice is trying to go out. So you're more like protecting versus trying to control the narrative. You're just trying to protect them from themselves.
Because they gonna do what they want to do.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of like give them the guidance along the way, because when I was that age, you couldn't tell me nothing. All you could do is put it out there, and I'm gonna catch it if I want to catch it. So I'm not trying to control any narrative with them. It's just like, you know, here goes some game. You know, if you make this right, it's gonna be like this. You make this left, it's gonna be like this. You know, at least you know, somebody did tell you had that chance. You know, because a lot of kids they don't even have that chance right there. So I make it clear to them. You know, decision making and even being on time. Like these kids used to. I got gray hairs because of them.
Not gray hairs.
Showing up an hour late, 2 hours late. It used to be bad. So we even got stuff like that under control to where now they learning how to manage time a little better dealing with me. So just baby steps.
You teaching.
Yeah, baby
you
steps.
Teaching them. Do you so I understand like you're very spiritual.
Yeah.
But
very spiritual.
You're evolved beyond Christianity.
Evolved beyond? I wouldn't say that. I feel like that would kind of be like saying Christianity is down here, I'm here. I don't feel like that.
No. We're not gonna say that. We're not gonna say that I'm saying any type of religion is here and you're here. Yeah. But a lot of times when I ask about that, it's like if you're spiritual, right? Mm-hmm. Then you're beyond, like you have grown to think beyond just the restrictions of religion. Yeah.
Got you.
But you can still go in and if it was a base, then Christianity may be your base. Muslim may be someone else's base, but you think beyond that because you're able to look at Muslims, you're able to look at Buddhism and take parts of that and put it to where it works for you, but also like you have your own relationship with God. You ain't got to always go here.
Oh, yeah. Well, I would say, for sure.
Oh, okay.
For sure.
How does that work? Like when, just, I guess, talking to you meet so many different people coming into your studio. You feel so much energy. You see so many things. Mm-hmm. It may be some stuff that you just like, this ain't it. Like, this is disturbing. Yeah. How do you deal with that?
Like on the spiritual side of it, man, prayer. God is God. Really. This ain't me. This ain't me. God is really doing all of this. Like, the strength that it takes. Like, that's what I tell everybody all the time. They look at this like it's easy. It's easy. No, man. Every time somebody come in there and put and record a song, it's energy that comes with that. It's spirits that come with that.
Oh yeah.
Especially when you listening to, kill all day. You're gonna take that home. So I watched it change me. To the point to where I got to the point where I'm not even listening to the music anymore. I'm listening just to the sounds. I'm listening to the frequencies because I don't want to take this home. I could already see what you bringing with you, so I can't take this home. I'm just feeling it.
I can see how like sometimes you be unplugged in them studio sessions. I be looking like you unplugged. Yeah. What you got going on? You like, not today. Mm-hmm. So,
but it took me years to get to that point. Like, at first, I didn't know why I would just be flipping out and this and that and that and this.
And it was the music.
It's the music.
Music is very powerful.
Yes. And as an engineer, you taking all that in all day.
'Cause
that's your job.
What music it like you can reach 10 million people through music. And like when people preach, however they preach, it's like, or even just the conversations is not as powerful as music is. Mm-hmm. You got them frequencies plus what you're saying, and people don't even understand like the frequencies in those beats, like the hertz and everything. Yeah, it changes. Yeah. Everything within you, like your DNA, is in molecular structure, whatever. I ain't gonna go super deep because listen, but it changes all of that. Oh yeah. So I press stop a lot of time. Hey, I don't think you should say that. I don't think you should put that in the universe. You shouldn't put that in the universe because you inviting that back. So I look at everything in a spiritual, aspect. But I mean, I grew up
Christian though.
I did too.
I grew up Christian. I love the Christian lifestyle, I would say. I love the Christian morals and principles. But I just always, growing up as a child, I used to always wonder. I'm talking about a little bitty child. Like, I used to ask my mom, do all the Muslims go to hell? Do all the Buddhists go to hell? Like, where do they go? Because this right here in this Bible says you have to do this and that to go to heaven, but I don't think there says that. Like, I used to always think these things, and just I was a huge skeptic of a lot of the ways into heaven, and even heaven, and like, is heaven an actual place? Or is it a state of mind? I always wondered those things. So as I got older and got more tapped into the spiritual side of things, from my interpretation is it's just one God. It
is.
It's just one God.
Everyone just worships and sees and talks about God differently.
That's what I feel. I feel like it's just here's a set of morals and principles. Here's a set of morals and principles. The Holy Bible, the Quran. That's how I look at that. Mm-hmm. So, but I still go to church though. Like, I'm still in there on Sunday, because I like listening to the music. I like just the whole vibe of church. But I have church every day. In my car. I have church every day.
I love that. Mm-hmm. I love that. You owned a dealership.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a couple. Mm-hmm. And that was like, they put you in a comfortable financial state, right? But you ended up leaving it because it wasn't fulfilling. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people won't do that. They're not going to leave something. I mean, because it's like financial stability, people don't have that these days. That's rare, right? So then you left it and you found something that's more fulfilling. But then when I hear you talking sometimes, like in this conversation, sometimes that ain't even fulfilling because of what you're taking in and what you're taking on. Yeah. Like, where are you at with that?
With
the fulfilling and the change, the change and stuff.
I feel like I wouldn't do anything other than what I'm doing. Okay. Because I feel like it's bigger than me. It's bigger than me at this point. Yeah. God put me through certain things. So when I get to this level of maturity that I'm at now, I can look at a kid that I see myself in him, and when I was that age, I was in that same state. I can help him dodge those bullets. I can help him, So I feel like even though I deal with a lot, like I done got shot at behind this. I done got people pistol whipped in there, all type of stuff. I see some crazy stuff, but at the end,
no, we not, baby. You gonna have to get.
Yeah, I mean, but in the end, it's like
I gotta go.
If we thinking of what is the purpose of why do we do what we do? It's always to help. It's always to serve.
It is always to serve. We were put here to serve, but serve like.
But God made me strong enough to endure this. That's why that story is that story, because I had to be built for this. Like, you got to be built for this. You can't come into this. You ain't built for it. It's gonna chew you up and spit you out.
You're right.
Fast.
You're right.
So, I feel like I'm in a great place with it, because I feel like I'm fulfilling my purpose, and that's what life is about.
I love it. Mm-hmm. We're gonna to be continue this, but we ain't done.
Oh yeah. Sure.
So we got a spirit fire round. Mm-hmm. Well, I got a spirit fire round, not you. My spirit fire round is literally where you answer with your spirit, not your heart, not your mind, but your spirit. So whatever first comes, okay? Mm-hmm. So this is pretty easy. Try to make it a little bit easier. You got 5 seconds. Don't ponder.
I don't want to say nothing crazy.
It's not. So you're going to choose. So this time we're going to just choose. Okay. So survival or peace?
Peace.
Pride or vulnerability?
Pride.
Streets or structure?
streets.
Discipline or motivation?
Motivation.
God or energy?
God.
Fame or impact?
Impact.
Leader or student?
Leader.
One word for this season you're in.
Domination.
Okay, world domination. I'm like,
Yeah, it's my time.
It's your time.
It's my time.
I love it.
Yeah.
Your answers was, I need to circle these answers. We gonna have to do a part 2 to this because this man said streets, not structure.
Streets. I mean, the streets gonna teach you everything you need to know. Everything. And it's gonna build you a certain way to be able to endure, because consistency is cool, but persistence is a little bit like, what can you go through? You know? And I think the streets teach you how to go through more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said pride instead of
Over
vulnerability.
Oh yeah, for sure. I would say pride because, I mean, just as me being a man, like I gotta lead with that. Even if I'm vulnerable, I gotta hide it because of my pride.
Gotcha.
So I feel like even with me having pride, I'll still be vulnerable. My pride just not gonna allow me to show it.
Yeah. Okay. So I like to always end my episodes with affirmations. So I want you to complete this sentence. The man I am becoming is
A hell of a nigga.
okay. A hell of a nigga. I said the type of man, and he done came back and said a hell of a nigga.
That's the first thing that popped in my head.
Camera when you say that, you just.
That's the first thing popped in my head.
Okay.
Hell of a nigga.
Okay. All right. So.
Hell of a guy. Hell of a.
No, keep it.
Stand
say that.
up.
So complete that sentence one more time. The man I am becoming is.
A hell of a nigga. Stand up guy.
No, you just keep it at the hell of a nigga. Yeah,
hell
just keep it there. Okay, okay. So I want you to go ahead and give people your tags, and then also tell them what is next for JD.
Sauce me up JD. Spelled just like that. Sauce me up JD. Everywhere. JDM Studios 615. We located in Smyrna, Tennessee. We service, the whole Rutherford County, Davidson County area. You need any sessions? We do podcasting as well. We like to sit down and talk.
You will not come on my podcast and promote your. I'm just playing.
No, I'm not promoting
it. But, joking.
You want to come? Anybody want to come? We do a whole lot of different stuff there. And you said what else after I dropped the handles?
What's next?
What's next? Well, I'm doing a little bit of music, playing around with some music. So I'm going ahead work on some music. And keep, really what's next is just keep doing what I've been doing. Just keep doing what I've been doing. Keep, fulfilling my purpose. Keep serving. So that's what's next. Just keep doing this.
I love it.
Yeah, and get the message out. 'Cause now it's time to get the message out.
Yeah. As it should be. It is time. It's time to get that message out.
We gotta change the frequencies.
We're going to get the message out again in another podcast episode. So you going to come back?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm glad to be here. I had a great time. Can't wait till you invite me back.
Oh, yay.
For sure.
See, I do good. For sure. Yay. Well, I thank you so much for coming on. Thank you guys for watching. Again, like, share, comment, subscribe. Turn on that notification. If you are watching on Instagram, I need you to not just keep on looking at my clips, but go to YouTube. If you're on YouTube, then thank you so much. Make sure you share with your friends, your family, your foes, your coworkers, your boss that you don't like, all that other good stuff. Help me get to 10K. And yes, peace, love, and light.